Rich Rising, good afternoon. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for taking a moment to connect, to be present, to just be interested in what I have to say. Hope everybody had a good holiday. This is going to be like a channeled message, and then I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I'll take whatever comes out. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. It's Sunday. Sunday fun day. On Sunday, my off day. This is going to be a message for the collective. Okay. I hate when niggas, excuse my language, but I hate when they think because you don't play games, it means you don't know how. Undermining people will never get you far. I don't play games because I don't like the energies that it carries. Doesn't mean I don't know how, or I won't. And shout out to all the real ones that adore me, that support me, that show me love. I'm very appreciative. I love genuine people, genuine souls, people with pure intentions, people that are just kind. You know, evil people are not my cup of tea. But matters of the heart, matters of the mind, that's why I show up. That's why I get guided places. Like, that's what I pick up on. Like, what's your spirit like? You know what I mean? There's so many people living in darkness. It's so many people in karmic energy. It's so many people self-sabotaging. It's so many people holding themselves back from greatness. And then they expect other people to do it. You know, they want to pass on their insecurities or their transgressions or their lack of self-confidence or their self-esteem issues. People be hot and cold. They be in and out. And my mom has always been in my life. I can't speak for everybody else, but also my father. Like, he's always been, if he said something, he did it. So I don't have daddy issues. Like, whatever father issues I had, I've healed and I worked through them and I've grown from them. And I understand that, like, parents are just kids. They were kids at one point in their lives and they were trying to figure out this thing called life. But that whole in and out, switching up, not knowing what you wanting, confusion, like, I had a solid male figure in my life, which is why I know how to move without a team. Like, you can be self-made, you can do things on your own. Even my mother, people expect for you to chase them. They expect for you to put up with their BS. You know, sabotage your self-happiness or your life happiness in the sake of keeping them or obtaining them. And don't do that, because you'll be resentful, you'll be envious, you'll be jealous, you'll be bitter. And some people carry those energies for like 15, 25 years. Sometimes they even take it to death. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to live a life like that. So just make sure you are being transparent with yourself. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, I don't have socks on. What else did I want to say? Yeah, some people think that you're supposed to save them, like, and heal them. And I've gotten to a point with understanding healing. It's not even about you healing somebody. It's about showing them how to heal themselves. Like, people have to be willing to put in the work. They have to be open to, like, you know, closing out old chapters of their life, or stopping cycles and patterns, and like releasing immature ways. Like, I don't know, grow up or you stay the same. If you do not learn from your life experiences and receive any kind of insight or wisdom, you're just going to keep repeating your entire life. Like, it will be the same thing. And people will be aging quicker than they need to because they don't know how to remove themselves from the BS. But you can live your life however you want to. You can't save anybody that don't want to be saved. Some people like how they're living. They think there's nothing wrong with it. Even if they can't sleep at night. Even if they have anxiety. Even if they're confused. Even if they are unsure. Even if they suffer from depression, right? Even if they have been receiving karma, but they don't really understand why they're receiving karma. Be wise and be worried. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Illusions, how you doing? I don't have Facebook, love. Oh, I don't have to change it. It already stays the same. I just have YouTube right now. I have Instagram, but I don't really, other than like pictures and poetry, like, I don't really have a use for Instagram, so I deactivated it. I'm well, thank you. I've never had use for social media like that. Believe me when I say my friend circle is very like it's me and my dog. I go wherever I get guided, but I just try not to stay around people for far too long, because I don't know, these days I can pick up on energy. We all got issues, but some people are not well mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I don't need none of that being transferred onto me. I deal with enough on a daily basis, even with what I voluntarily sign up for. Like, hell no. So, not interested in like keeping up with people that I don't know, because usually that's what most social network pages are for, connecting with people that you don't know. The couple of friends I do have, we speak when we need to. This is a solo journey. You're out here on your own, but you're never alone though. I had to grow comfortable and confident in that, and it took some time, but I got it down packed now. I can literally go anywhere by myself and feel comfortable. Even if I feel a little weird at first, especially if I've never been there. And truth be told, I have been there. Probably just my first time physically being there. But I meet all kinds of people. I think that's one thing about my energy. It's like, because I have a whole lot of energy to me, it's powerful. Just like with light, it attracts any and everything. For some people, for some reason, people often want to confine me. They want to dominate me or deny me, or I don't know, but I know sometimes it's hard to read me because it's not even about me trying to have a poker face. I feel because I'm so connected to God and I understand what I've been asked to do, like what I was placed here for. I'm covered and cloaked by His unconditional love. You know what I mean? 4-4 in the chat. I'm from California. What was I gonna say though? Is that all my channeled messages? I'm trying to think. And then I'm gonna just pull a couple cards for the current energy. Give me a second. Most High, allow me to channel these messages to the best of my ability. Allow them to be clear and concise, whatever you would like for the collective to know. So please remember, you are not alone. Even though the journey can get pretty lonely sometimes, you benefit more with standing on your own, you know, your own 2 feet, your own 10 toes, your own corner, wherever you are in life, versus trying to have people keep up with people, make people stay in your life. Like, if they're gonna go, let them go. Just let them. You'll be better off. Like, I'm trying to tell you, because people are not what they portray to be. A lot of people are wearing masks. They want to pretend to be something that they're not. They want to act like they're a good person whole time. They're evil. They have wicked intent. Or they are good, but they don't know it. You know? Everybody falls different on different spectrums of the line of, you know, who they are. I'm not here to define anybody. I'm just here to give affirmations, insights from my own personal experiences and like knowledge I've gained from it, because that's what's been asked of me. So who would I be to not, you know, honor that? Sometimes people wear masks because they're not comfortable in their skin, or they don't know who they are, you know. They're fake because they don't know who they are, they don't know where to start to find out about themselves, and they don't know what they want. So they just, they chase and go after things that make them feel good for the moment, instant gratification, you know, solemnly living off of ego, off of pride, off of, you know, if I want it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna have it, but at what cost? You know, there's a scripture that says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and to lose his soul? There's nothing in this world. The only important thing is what we place importance on. You know what I mean? What you say goes. So if you say that this is important to you in your life, right, it's going to be important. If you declare it's not, it's simply not. You have to pick and choose your battles. You have to pick and choose what matters to you, what doesn't matter to you. You get to choose how you show up, how you move, how you operate. And I've said this before in other videos, there will be some people who agree, there will be some people who won't agree. But you're not here to please nobody, and you're not here to convince anybody, and you don't even have to fight for what you stand for. Just stand on it and let that be it. Some people will think that they know you because they've been studying you. I can speak to somebody and I can reveal my entire self to them, and they still wouldn't know me from Adam or Eve, simply because there's so many layers to me. It's not that I'm hiding, but that's one thing that you've come to maybe some kind of understanding of. And truthfully, if you don't know yourself, you'll never be able to know another person. So yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. Most I welcome you. Danger that is not of you. And things shut and close. New black magic, hexes, curses. Evil eye, return back to sender times 3. I welcome love and light as well as love and gratitude. First card already popped out. Whatever you'd like the collective to know. Please allow this message to be clear and concise. Ugh. Please allow me to channel to the best of my ability. Angels, ancestors of the highest possible good. I welcome you. I request your assistance. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. I guess I'll get one more since we're about to be at 10. Four in the chat. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 13. Alright. So that means I'm only taking one card from the Star Seeds. What would you like the collective to know? What would you like the collective to know? I know you want the collective to know? No, alright. Okay, you guys. Strength is at the bottom. You're being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Okay, I want to say this card came out reversed. It's the star. So this is the first card you guys got, okay? It's reversed. Pessimism, despair, discouragement. When reversed, the star isn't as optimistic. There has been a loss of faith that has permeated every aspect of your life. Hardships have begun to sprout up seemingly without reason, and your bitterness towards your sour luck has begun to wear you down. This will be a trying time for you, and you will become detached from yourself. It's possible that you will suffer from a loss of passion and creativity if you haven't already. It's time to refocus on what is important in life and nurture it. Emphasize self-care as you reconnect with yourself. Persevere through these difficulties, and relief will come in its own time. Next card, Four of Pentacles. Frugality, affluence, possessiveness. An armadillo curls around a pinnacle, its armored bands defending it from the outside world. While the pinnacle is safe, the armadillo is stuck, unable to move for fear of what might become of its prize. The two spears of wheat above its head represent the prosperity waiting outside the armadillo's protective spear. They are out of reach, close but inaccessible to someone who refuses to open up to what life may bring. The Four of Pentacles reminds us that secluding ourselves provides protection but also alienates us from the world. When upright, the Four of Pentacles asks us to be critical of our relationship with money. There's a fine line between being frugal and being miserly. One brings economic relief while the other places you in a state of anxiety, distrust, and paranoia. While this position can suggest you've reached economic stability by remaining careful, conservative, and attentive, it usually implies you've become unable to spend for fear of losing your fortune. Foregoing happiness entirely won't serve you well. Money shouldn't be the focal point of your life and actions. Control can be had in other ways. Try to live within your means without punishing yourself, and remember there's more to life than the pursuit of wealth. So next card, Hanged One. Somebody feels stuck, but you're not really stuck. Hope you got what you came for. Losing love, playing Love Jones. Hell if I know. Confinement, perspective, sacrifice. A silver eye hangs precautiously from a branch. Its wings are extended, but it can't take flight. The red strings of fate hold it in suspension, one foot tangled while the other hangs free. Its wings are looped with threads that pull them in opposing directions. The hanged one is held tight, but doesn't struggle. It reminds us to be aware of situations that limit us and keep us from living to our full potential. When upright, the hanged one suggests that you were moving forward but have lately found yourself struggling to continue. This position reminds us that occasionally the best way to progress is to surrender to the whims of the universe. Don't try to push past the blocks, you'll only do more harm than good. The universe is telling you to pause and look at things from a different angle. Use this as an opportunity to check in with yourself. You may realize you've gone about things the wrong way. Sometimes being stuck doesn't mean stagnation. There's more than one way to move forward, so take time to see things in a new light. What comes of it may surprise you. The hanged one is a card of surrender. Pause, reflect, let go, then listen to your intuition. Next card, Ace of Swords. Breakthroughs, intensity, concentration. A proud swan raises its wings as it stands in a shallow pond. A sword is tucked behind a wing, spearing the ripples in the water. Swans are often associated with the divine and are symbols of beauty, grace, and love. However, despite their majesty, they are proud creatures that will fight ferociously if provoked. While this swan is triumph, the pierced ripple in the water at its feet signifies that the road ahead will not be an easy one. The Ace of Swords reminds us to be resilient through adversity and maintain a proud, unwavering spirit. When upright, the Ace of Swords suggests you're about to embark on a significant breakthrough that will allow you to see the world I wanted to say different, but it says through a new lens. So it is different. It's new. It's a new perspective, fresh perspective, different outlook. This is a time of mental and intellectual potential for you, and it's imperative that you strengthen yourself mentally to prepare for what comes next. This is also a card of potential. New ideas are inbound, and opportunities to learn are on the way as well. Take this as a sign to begin a new project or embark on a new journey. You are now on a path with great potential, but be warned, there is a dark side to this influx. Work hard to use your new abilities for the greater good. You have the energy and willpower to evoke great change. It will be easy to fall into a selfish mindset, so be sure to temper your success with thoughts of how best you can benefit others. What's the next card? Three of Cups is the next card. Reunion, indulgence, community. Three quotas emerge from a green leafy cups. Their faces are cheerful and optimistic. Quotas are highly social creatures. They live in the large communities, assist one another with day-to-day survival, and are known to approach humans readily. Their curious smiles grant them the title of happiest animals on earth. Even the yellow flowers they're nestled in symbolize friendship, success, and happiness. The Three of Cups reflects the cheerful, friendly nature of the quota and reminds us to celebrate the positive relationships in our lives. When upright, the Three of Cups encourages you to acknowledge the relationships you've built. Take some time to get together with those closest to you. Laugh, talk, share a meal, and recharge your creative energies with the love and support of those near you. This is a time for celebration, whether it's for yourself or for someone else. Your past, your hardships, and are in a period of heightened socialization. Who knows, maybe you'll meet someone with a similar goal who wants to embark on a new project with you. Either way, enjoy yourself and take the time to be grateful for the deep friendships you've forged. I don't know if you can hear the baby crying outside. I have to watch the video back now. It's like soothing sounds, right? Or like stuff that interests your minds. I feel like I should turn the light on, but I don't feel like it. I have the blinds cracked a little bit. It's kind of warm outside, man. What is that? Okay, Knight of Swords is the next card. I have to see it to know exactly what you mean. Ambition, motivation, forward thinking. A vermilion? I hope I said that right. Flycatcher darts through the air amid a shower of shooting stars, a sword tucked behind its wing and its eyes locked on its prize. Flycatchers, as the name implies, are skilled hunters who take to the skies in search of small insects to eat. They employ skilled flying techniques and whirlwind darts to nab their tiny prey. The Knight of Swords speaks of great energy to push forward and the assurance of a keen mind. We are reminded to always look to the next goal and be ready to grab it the second it comes into view. When upright, the Knight of Swords suggests that you're on a mission and won't let anything stand in your way. Overall, you're an ambitious and driven individual, and you're using your intellect to get you through obstacles. Taking actions is your first instinct. And if you're assertive, you'll have an easier time getting what you want when you want it. While it's beneficial to take charge and dive right in, don't move too quickly. Think through your actions before leaping into the unknown. Engage with others who share your drive and forward-thinking habits. You may be able to motivate each other towards bigger and better things. Think bigger, think better. That's in my title, okay? Think bigger, think better. Ace of Cups is the next card. Beginning, socializing, celebrations. An otter floats on its back, clutching a cup to its chest as it drifts playfully along. Water lilies, symbols of enlightenment, rise from the mud beneath to bloom brightly and are surrounded by rich green lily pads. The otter is content where it is and is excuse me. The otter is content where it is and in no hurry to reach its destination. The Ace of Cups reminds us to find such happiness within ourselves like a peacefully flowing river. There is an abundance of goodness and new possibilities that fill us with the potential that courses through us all. When upright, the Ace of Cups suggests that you're ready to open up and embark on a new journey, be it creative, work-oriented, or within new relationships. It's time to create new connections with those we love or those we wish to know better. Creative endeavors will progress smoothly right now, and taking the first step to pursue them will bring you closer to your end goal. You're experiencing a period where you're ready to let go of any emotional baggage that may be weighing you down. You're ready to see life with a new perspective. Take advantage of this social spirit and let your emotions guide you in a new direction. Okay? Five of Swords is the next card. Think bigger, think better, 'cause you don't know what you're missing. Defeat, hostility, stress. So somebody is stressed out, and I hope you work through it. Like, I don't want you to be stressed out. I want you to be like calm, cool, collected, you know? A mantra way. Swim swiftly away, its tail wrapped around a sword that trails behind it. Manta rays are harmless creatures often confused with their barbed cousin, the stingray. It tries to swim away, attempting to evade confrontation, but conflict rarely caters to one's desires. No matter how peaceful one's nature, the Five of Swords reminds us there is a winner and a loser in every battle. Even if you win, guilt and regret linger. It'll take conscious effort to reconcile ourselves to these feelings. Be ready to confront the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. When upright, the Five of Swords represents a struggle with your feelings following a falling out or disagreement. Animosity colored this conflict with bitter, clashing emotions, and you may feel regret over what you said and how you behaved. Victory isn't always sweet. It can be just as bitter as losing. Now is the time to pick your battles carefully. Fighting with everyone you disagree with won't yield you much beyond burned bridges and bitter rivals. Apologize when you're able and hold your tongue when you feel like lashing out. If you've suffered a defeat at the hands of another, accept it and stop ruminating. Be graceful in defeat and learn from your loss, okay? So if you lose, if you happen to lose, be graceful and learn. Like, you don't have to always win. You're not always going to lose either. So balance, because even when you win, there's still something to be learned. Like, don't think you're untouchable or you're better than or you're greater than or somebody's less than. Like, the scales always balance themselves out. Karma, it finds its destination and its address every time, okay? Next card is the Moon. Obfuscation, anxiety, ignorance. The rabbit dances through the night sky atop a crescent sprig of belladonna under the moon's watchful eye. Rabbits are commonly associated with luck, but they also represent longevity, vulnerability, perception, and a need to plan thoroughly. Once used as a beauty product, belladonna harbors a dark secret. Though a rabbit might be able to stomach the berries, humans readily succumb to their poison. The moon reminds us to prepare for danger or unpleasant situations ahead. Though everything seems calm, we must use our intuition to tune into the world around us. Only then can we navigate around unseen dangers and live to dance another day. When upright, the moon signifies you're beset by anxiety. Be careful when making decisions. You might not be in the right headspace, and pertinent information won't be readily available when you need it. Deeply ingrained fears are making themselves known, and you may feel you're on your own. Don't let them consume you. Threats feel larger than they truly are. If something from your past is disturbing you, it's time to confront it. There's a chance that what's bothering you isn't as oppressive as it initially seems. Seek support from others if you need stability. Take a deep breath and tread carefully. The time for haste has passed. Caution and intuition are the most trustworthy guides now. So, what I got by reading the last paragraph about deeply ingrained fears are making themselves known. You may feel you're on your own. Don't let them consume you. Threats feel larger than they truly are. If something from your past is disturbing you, it's time to confront it. Okay, so the major thing is the more you think about a fear, the more you think about a loss, the more you're going to bring it into fruition and it's going to manifest, right? Because you're thinking about it, you're daydreaming about it, maybe you're speaking about it subconsciously, and then before you know it, it's going to happen. So if you are in fear of something, the way to combat and fight and push through fear and to release it is to accept what is and what is not. Do not jinx yourself. Do not bring in a reality that is not what you necessarily want to see or you hope to see or you feel you deserve. But be conscious, like, and be present and be aware. Whatever you touch, it's going to possess some kind of cause and effect. And if you're moving with pure intentions, you don't have anything to worry about. Stop being self-conscious, stop self-doubting, stop second-guessing, stop being indecisive, stop, ruminating. Like, if you care about something or someone or a person, place, or thing, protect it to the best of your ability in the same manner that you would protect yourself. And if you're not protecting yourself, needless to say, nothing else is going to work out for you. I've accepted it in regards to a spiritual aspect, way of looking at things, is if something is not built on love and trust in regards to my life, it's going to crumble. It's going to crumble every time because it's not going to be on solid foundation. It's not going to stand a chance against any unwanted energies that come my way because it's not solid. So if you don't mind having rocky foundation, like uneasy terrain, charting the waters, but you kind of feel like you're going to slip at any moment rather than feeling like you're walking on water with the help of spirit, then you need to change how you're moving, what you're doing, and what it is you're calling into you. Okay? Next card, Temperance. The more you think about something, the more you bring it about. Wherever you allow your energy to flow, that's what's gonna go, okay? Tranquility, balance, self-control. The rock crab holds its claws to the sky, connecting the earth with heaven as solidly as it navigates the waters that lie between. Above its head sits a triangle nestled within a square, symbolic of the way humans are bound to the earth and natural law. Temperance reminds us to be moderate and seek balance in all things. Life is full of twists and turns, and only by remaining grounded will we find the path that will lead us to where we need to go. When upright, temperance calls on you to remain present, assess your reactions, and seek the middle ground. Resist the urge to be highly opinionated or favor one extreme over another. Work to stay patient and present. Follow a more moderate path. Try to see all points of view and be a guiding voice of reason between them. This position also suggests combining elements to find better balance. Work in new mediums and try to combine different elements in your life to yield something greater than the sum of its parts. Synthesis can be the key to discovering a new workflow method, and there's no telling just how far it'll take you if you run with it. Next card is Ace of Wands. I feel like it's helped me remain being more open and becoming more optimistic, because when I was younger, I feel like I used to be negative because negativity was placed on me by like one of my parents. Like my mom was kind of negative growing up, and my dad, he would tell me like he would tell me to stop being so hard on myself and to give myself a chance. So I feel like with battling what was passed on to me and what I was taught, and then just finding my own way, it's helped me become more open to possibilities of, you know, blessings are all around us, opportunities are limitless, and you can have whatever you want as long as your intentions are pure, and it can happen quicker than you think. You know, if your heart is in the right place, if you're doing it not just for self gain, but to raise the frequency of the planet, and you're doing it to, you know, help others, and you're doing it to also help yourself in the process, you know, it's kind of like it's a win-win for everybody. So why wouldn't the universe aid you along your journey? Why wouldn't they have your back? Why wouldn't spirit, you know, pave the way for you? Why wouldn't you receive the support you need on all aspects, you know? uh I've prayed for things, I've asked for things, and I've received things, and in the same token I've had to sacrifice releasing what I no longer needed, what no longer suited me, what there was no longer to gain from, in opening up to better. So it's not always easy. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but the more you practice at releasing what you don't need, the better you get with welcoming and opening yourself up to embrace what you're destined for. So I feel like it's definitely transformed my life, because when you go from being placed in a box and kind of unsure, and then you're trying to work through your insecurities at the same time of having other people's insecurities passed on to you and transferred onto you and projected onto you, um, and then you kind of just release what isn't yours or what used to be yours, and you find peace and acceptance with, even if you didn't agree with something, if it happened, if it took place, there was an opportunity to learn, there was an opportunity to do better, there was an opportunity to go about and handle things differently and just move differently. And when you choose to have that kind of perspective of being open-minded, it just opens so many doors. And when I say doors, I mean like it's limitless what you can do with your mind. The mind is a very powerful thing to waste. Um, some people, I pray for them because they didn't really have much of a support system, maybe in the way they needed, or they didn't have anybody, or they are kind of just dealing with the cards that they've been given, and they've been struggling, or they've been having a hard time, or we're all the same. We're all the same. We all go through the same things. We're just at different parts on our journey for whatever walk of life, you know, we've chosen to partake in. So believing in the impossible, because the possible is made every day. Like it's very life changing. It's very transformative. It was something I seen, I want to say last month on my way home. I said it in one of my videos. I want to say it was like either a school or a church. It had the words on top of the building: open mind, open heart, open doors. And I feel like those are three components that aid you, because you can't grow and be closed-minded. In order to grow, you have to be open. It's not even about agreeing or agreeing to disagreeing. It's just being present and, you know, accepting of free will. Like, you shouldn't want to try to force your thoughts, your beliefs, your way of living onto anybody, and they shouldn't have to or want to or feel the need to combat yours. You know, let people be who they are with no judgment. Let people do what they want with no judgment. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation. Like, say if you get hurt or somebody did something you don't agree with, if you feel it's necessary, again, pick and choose your battles. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation to give a different perspective of, hey, I respect that you have free will to do this, but I'm gonna let you know this bothered me, or it had an effect on me, or this did this to me when you did that. And you don't have to shame anybody. You don't have to make them feel guilty, because usually 9 times out of 10, people be knowing when they're wrong, just like they can know when they're right. It's a matter of not feeling righteousness and not feeling, what is the word I'm looking for? Not feeling bad about the decisions you've made, but just accepting whatever choices you make. That's where you're putting your energy into, and it's going to reflect the kind of person you are. So if you agree or you don't agree, you have free will to change that. You get opportunities every day that we're here to do something differently than what you've done before. So yeah, sorry, that's a lot, but yeah. Next card. Wait, what was the next card? Ace of Wands. That was the next card. Willpower, inspiration, urgency. The dragonfly flits to and fro, skimming the waters of a pond to alight on a waiting reed. In many cultures, dragonflies symbolize courage, adaptability, and perseverance. They live their lives predominantly grounded, only enjoying the gift of flight towards the end of their lifespans. They make the most of it, though, glinting in the sun as they scour lakes and ponds. The Ace of Wands echoes, this is a symbol of potential. Be energetic, be motivated, take every second you can get and use it to move forward. When upright, the Ace of Wands indicates you've just opened up to a world of new possibility. There are many paths ahead of you, each pulling you in different directions. You may struggle to understand which to tread first. Listen first to your passions and let them be the deciding factor. If you've been waiting on a sign to guide you into a big decision, this is that sign. Listen to your instincts, but keep in mind that there are no guaranteed results. This position is one of the potential, not certainty. Take steps to assure the best possible results in whatever venture you may pursue next. Remember, the path to success is through determined actions. So, if you want change, you have to be willing to put in the work. If you want to see a difference, if you want to see things get better, you have to be willing to sacrifice. That means putting your pride aside, putting your ego aside, and praying your old childish behaviors away to embrace new responsibilities and releasing your past with love, okay? Next card is Four of Swords. Recuperation, contemplation, self-protection. A sloth hangs from two swords fixed in the sky above. Sloths are slow creatures, languid and unbothered by the world around them. They must move only when they must, purposefully exerting effort to satisfy their fundamental needs and little else. The Four of Swords is a card of meditation, contemplation, and recuperation. It reminds us that we don't need to spend every waking moment in a hurry to be productive. Sometimes the best thing to do is slow down and appreciate a quiet moment. When upright, the Four of Swords indicates that it's time to take a break. You've recently hit a milestone in your journey towards your ultimate goal, and this is a sign that you need to recharge before setting out on the next jaunt. Even the most driven individuals need to slow down occasionally. If you've hit a rough patch in a relationship or at work, it's time to hit pause and recuperate from the blow. It can be a challenge to take a break from work and other people, but there are other things you can do while resting. Assess your progress thus far and focus on where you want to go next. You'll find that once you come back from this break, things will be much more manageable. Last card, Four of Wands. I think I'm gonna take my dog for a walk so he can get outside, because I know he probably like, you had a couple off days this week and I've been in here. I think I took him for a walk on Thanksgiving though. Probably didn't on Friday, but we'll go today because we back at work on Monday. All right, so surprises, celebration, vitality. A male bowerbird sits within his beautifully constructed bower, waiting for his mate to return, a complete their courtship ritual. Renowned for their elaborate rituals, bowerbirds are the perfect symbol of commitment, hard work, and harmony. Male and female work together to raise their young, and the strong monogamous bond they share is the foundation for their stable relationship. Though the Four of Wands can symbolize marriage in all relationships, no matter the type, monogamous or open, platonic or romantic, are celebrated equally in the graceful arches of the bower nest. When upright, the Four of Wands is a celebration of joy and the wonderful facets of life that make everything worthwhile. It signals a time to celebrate with friends and family. This can range from a large boisterous event to a small intimate get together with just those closest to you. As long as you feel secure in love, there is no wrong way to enjoy this newfound sense of security your hard work has brought you. Be proud you've accomplished a great deal and have earned this time to reconnect with what is most important to you. If you're still working on a major project, this is a sign that a great milestone is about to be reached. Take this as a sign that you've done a good job. So good job, guys, okay? Out of all these cards, I picked up on hesitancy. Somebody's hurting, but you should learn how to celebrate your losses just like your wins, because a loss isn't always a loss. Like, yes, it sounds like you're losing something, but truthfully, you could be giving back to yourself. Whatever was keeping you up at night, whatever has been interrupting your sleeping patterns, whatever has been bothering you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, now it's time for you to call your energy back into yourself. Now it's time for you to refocus. Now it's time for you to get aligned. Now it's time for you to just be still. Now it's time for you to just be honest and transparent with yourself about what it is that you want in your life and what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. And just know you have everything that you need. Another person is never going to complete you. People can only do what you can do for yourself, and people can only hurt you as much as you're hurting yourself. So remove yourself from the victim mindset, the victim mentality. It needs to leave also. And just know that you're protected, you're loved, okay? Sending you love, light, healing vibrations. And I hope you come to an understanding that everything serves a purpose, regardless of how long, regardless of what happens, regardless of who it is who does it, you know, whether it's a person, place, or thing. Be grateful that you had an opportunity to learn, to gain some kind of insight, to gain some kind of wisdom. People try to tell me about myself often, like all day long. But what I am paying attention to is them. You get what I'm saying? I don't need you to tell me about me because I know about me. Tell me about you. Tell me why you feel the need to act like somebody you're not. Tell me why you feel the need to hide who you truly are, like people can't see. For those who do have the gift of sight, for those who do have the gift of inner knowing, for those who do have the gift of just being able to pick up on energy, for those who do have the gift of being able to use discernment and using it to their advantage. Common sense and intuition, a lot of people lack it these days. If you have it, you're blessed. May you use it for your good. May you use your gifts that you've been blessed with, that you've been anointed with, for the greater good and not to tear anybody down. And just protect yourself, because it's a lot going on. I've been dealing with a lot of energies this past week, and I make sure I do what I need to call my energy back into myself, to call my power back into myself, because people think that they can play in your energy like it's theirs. And once you call it back, can't do that no more. Feel empty. You need a supply again. You know, you want to drain somebody. You want to take from somebody. You want to strip somebody of their essence. You want to dim somebody's light. Like, miss me with all that. Just be you. Be true to you. Keep your intentions pure. My motto is light, heart, move freely, and it hasn't done me wrong this far. And I'm gonna die by that code, or God will come and get me. Either or. But closing this message out, the first card, it was patience. So, whoever you are, whatever is going on, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through, have patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Release is the next card from the Star Seeds. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity, okay? So distractions, you got to do away with them. Whether you have fear, which is false evidence that appears real, whether it was pushed onto you, whether it was passed down to you, whether it's something you've been creating in your own mind, whether it's, you know, mental health issues, mental disorders, mental illness, whether it's anxiety, depression, nervousness, shyness, self-doubt, lack of self-esteem, you know, lack of self-discipline, lack of self-integrity, lack of self-respect, lack of self-dignity, or, you know, you're putting your energy in too many places with too many people, whether it's, you know, a third-party situation, or it's one person and you feel drained, or, you know, you just have addictions, whether it's a alcohol addiction, a substance addiction, weed, pills, so on and so forth. You know your situation better than I do. I'm just throwing it out there that you're not alone. We're all working through something, and I pray that you get better. I pray that you do the work, the healing work that you need to. That way you can show up as the person you have written and been called to be. And last card is gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. So be grateful, be thankful, know that you are blessed. If you woke up today, that's a blessing within itself. So what you choose to do moving forward, that's all on you. You know, if you don't like something, the prayer is pray for serenity to accept the change you cannot change. Pray for courage to change the things you can. And pray for wisdom to know the difference. Pick and choose your battles, because we're not even really supposed to fight. We're supposed to hold our peace and allow our spirituality or whatever faith you believe in to fight for you and to speak for you and to, you know, stand up for you. It's a matter of you just living your life and living it in a manner in which you are comfortable and you're confident in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming to this channel. I pray whoever was guided to this video, whoever has been led to this message, they were able to pick up on some kind of spiritual inclination, some kind of confirmations that they've been looking for, that they've been needing to continue to move forward. And just a reminder, you're not alone. I love you. I hope you know that you are loved. You are where you need to be, and you're headed in the direction you need to be going. Again, thank you. Love, light, healing vibrations. Namaste.